And what's up? David here with the Whiskey Rebellion, joined by Mark and Gino. Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
Good. I woke up.
Well, that's enthusiasm right there. That's
I have some bourbon. So.
Yeah, there you go. Get some more of that in you. You'll liven up a little bit. That's all right. I know we've probably all had long days. Hot as hell, I might say, first of all. And I was so ready. I spent so many months just too damn cold all day long. And I'm just like, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for summer. I don't care if it's hot. Like today is like the first real day of it being like well and truly hot, like around 90 degrees. Like, and it's going to get much hotter, obviously, in the summertime. But I was like, holy shit. Okay, it is really hot. I forget. How do I stay, hence the topic tonight is how do you stay cool without like massively dehydrating yourself is kind of what I was thinking. So maybe we'll chat about that, some ideas, especially some of you got, well, I know Mark, you do in Arizona. Well, you travel all over, but in Arizona. And I was hoping Billy would join us. We hadn't heard from him yet to see what do you guys do to stay cool and still enjoy yourself, enjoy a little adult beverage. But I will start with asking, speaking of adult beverages, what are y'all sipping on tonight? Gino, what you got, sir?
One of my favorite ryes. It is Pendleton's 12-year rye. It's a Canadian rye.
Such a beautiful bottle. Hold it up closer for the folks. That qualifies me as a keeper for a bottle. Like once it's empty, like that would make a cool infinity bottle. Like peel the label off maybe. But
get those little things with the fake cork, got the fairy lights in it, and just turn it into a decorative.
Oh, you can do all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
But no, this is one of my favorite ryes. I picked it up a couple years ago on a lark because it looked cool. It had a cool bottle. It said it was 12 years, and I'm like, okay. But it has steadily moved its way up the ranks of one of my favorite go-to choices to drink. I mean, it's just delicious. It's an all-day sipper. I mean, it's not overly hot. It does not.
What is the proof
hot? I really couldn't tell you right off the top. Well, yeah, 80 proof.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to look at the label because I really didn't pay attention.
12-year that's 80 proof.
It's just like, boom.
That's kind of a rare combination, don't you think? Because usually when you see something that's got some age on it, it usually has it's
a little bit hotter
proof.
But I think they blend this down a little bit to get there. I haven't really researched on it.
For sure.
But it does. I will tell you this. I enjoy it more over ice than I do straight up.
Okay.
Straight up, it's fine, but it just when you add the ice in there, either a nice block or a nice ball of ice in it, it opens it up even more. It gets more of the sweetness to come out. On the nose, you get the normal, typical rye stuff, a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of butterscotch in there, and I get little hints of a sweetness, almost like a pineapple sweetness, just hints of it. But when you add the ice to it, it's like, hi, I'm waking up now.
Intensifies essentially.
Yep. And then of course, on the flavor, it's just beautiful flavor. You get the charred oak, you get the rye spices, you get the sweetness of cherries. Matter of fact, I think instead of just regular cherries, it's more like a black cherry. The butterscotch comes through. The finish is very abrupt. There is no lingering finish to it. Very little bit of, I would say, white pepper, a mild finish that just fades away real quick. But this is one that, you could sit there and pretty much demolish this bottle in a setting because it'll sneak up on you.
Gotcha. Pendleton 12-year. What did I put you back?
Right around about $40.
Okay.
It's very reasonable, and I have not tried the Pendleton's got a few other products out there. I have not tried them, but the rye. Hey, if you see it, pick it up. You won't feel bad about getting this one. This is damn good pour.
Nice. Yeah. No, I'll look for it. Yeah. When you said 40, I'm like, okay, all right, we can.
Bucks.
We're talking. Oh, Boo Beans over here. We're talking a little bit. We're all right. But yeah. That's a good one to think on, especially because it is the lower proof and kind of keeping it within the theme. I like that.
Yep.
Mark, what are you drinking on tonight, sir?
So I went and pulled out one of my other bottles. This is Old Soul.
Old Soul. I've heard of that. Okay. No, you've had this on the show before.
Yeah. This is a This is actually a COVID 2020 bottle, actually right before COVID.
COVID bottle. All right.
Another one I forgot I had. I'm gonna try to hold some for Charlie, but it's
Gotcha.
going.
Yeah. I see that.
It's when I hadn't rediscovered it because it was like I was killing it and then I kind of put it away. So, but yeah, they're out of MGP, but out of Mississippi. So
Gotcha.
damn good bottle.
Okay.
Nice. Old soul.
This is actually a
Cool.
store pick out of Sprayberry, my favorite bottle shop in Atlanta, which I will be going to this week. So if I make it next week, I'll be coming in from Atlanta. So
All
we'll
right.
see.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
And you won't be too far, so we'll toast from here to Atlanta. I like that.
I gotta try not to kill this damn bottle now.
I picked up a bottle of Remus. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the Remus straight bourbon. According to Gino, this is the new label or what have you
Yeah.
on the bottle. This is the first one of these that I've picked up. I'm really enjoying it so far. As you can see, I've only had it a week, and that's good progress for me. I did share this with a couple of folks, and they had a couple pours out of it. Out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, of all places. All right. Well, it's 47% alcohol, so
Yeah, MGP.
it's not too hot, and it definitely doesn't drink hot at all. You do keep a little of, and I hate to go on to your reference to white pepper earlier. It keeps a little of like a white pepper heat on the back end, like back of your throat. It stays with you a little while, but I tend to like that because it's not overpowering, but it lets you know that it's still there. It's not like an ugly linger, when you drink something harsh and it just stays with you and kind of burn.
Mhm.
Like it's there, it creates warmth. But taste wise, palate wise, I get a lot of maple, honestly, and I like that. It's more on the nose than on the palate, I would say, but overall, really nice drinker. I can't remember what I paid. I think maybe 50. I gave for it, something like that, 45.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. I mean, you know me, I'm not going that high anyway. But so affordable, really good. It was the first one I picked up. I was very happy that I did. Way better than that Pinhook I picked up not too long ago. Very different beasts.
Oh, yeah.
But I like the Remus way better. I recommend that over the. Well, of course, the Pinhook was cheap.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's what I'm drinking. And that being said, probably still too hot for like the dead ass middle of summer. Like, I'm trying to think of ways that are not like like a cop out. Like, here's a fucking wine cooler or some alcoholic seltzer bullshit. Like, I'll drink. I don't mean to disparage, but like, it's not what I'm looking for. Like, I'll take it, but like, it's not what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for something that keeps you cool on a hot day. I mean, I got in, I hit my treadmill when I got home and showered, cleaned up, and like an hour later, and I'm like still got sweat on my forehead. I'm like, this is okay. So we're really here now. All right. And I'm like, well, what would I want to drink? Nothing real hot, obviously. But what do you guys do on a hot day? So, well, I'll go to Gino first.
It all depends. It all depends when, where, and how damn hot. If it's like super hot, I mean, East Coast here, and the same thing where you're at. I mean, we carry all that damn humidity, so it just makes it worse. And it does not matter how much you sweat with all that damn humidity; it doesn't do you any good. You're still sitting there roasting. But a couple of things that I go to is like frozen margaritas, and not margaritas on the rocks. This is the frozen margaritas. No, it's none of that.
Why frozen over the rocks for you?
It's nice. That cold seems to get to you quicker by consuming that frozen ice with the margarita.
It's true. You're not. I mean, that's a good point. You're not really eating ice on a
exactly. But when you take that drink, you will feel that pour all the way down.
Yeah,
it does tend to cool you because a lot of times, when you take that drink, and if you got, you ever had those brain freezes?
Sure.
Okay, when you're drinking something like a slushy or something like that, you get the brain freeze. The reason why you get that is because your carotid arteries are right here, right next to your throat.
And you're chilling them off, and the blood runs into your brain.
Super cold, bam, exactly.
Well, I never knew why that happened before.
You do it in moderation, and that cools the blood as it's going through. and it
Okay.
does tend to cool you down. The other thing that I'll go to, depending on my mood, is maybe a nice Pinot Grigio. Take that and pour that into a nice big glass with some crushed ice, and just casually sip on that for a while, and
So
going
Pinot
into
on
a wine
ice.
field. Pinot
Okay.
Grigio on ice,
Okay.
crushed
All right.
ice.
Crushed ice.
You know that, and
It's like a wine slushy.
kind of like put you back in the frame of mind. You know, when senior moment here, it's like, you know, remember Bartles and James, the wine coolers and all that. Take those and get them in an almost frozen capacity, so like a slushy.
Yeah.
Kind of like into that zone. But yeah, I do enjoy a good Pinot every now and then. I do enjoy good wine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Pinot is nice and light. It's usually not dry. It tends to be more on the sweet side, and so that goes along and marries good with the crushed ice on that. And that's a nice, easy, simple sipper that you can do for the afternoon.
Cool. Follow-up question for you: do you tend towards the sweeter stuff when it's hotter?
What I tend to do is not necessarily more of the sweeter stuff. I tend to go lighter in proof instead of the heavy proof. I will move lighter in the proof range. It all depends on my frame of mind, whether I want something sweet or I want something dry. I mean, I've done it both ways with the Pinot. I prefer Pinot, but I've also done it with the Chardonnay, which is much drier.
Gotcha.
You know, just my frame of mind at the time, and like I said, where and what's going
on.
Yeah,
you know, what kind of day you've had, how much you've been out in the sun, whether or not you're already dehydrated. Yeah, I'm sure that all plays.
But those are a couple things that I reach when the heat's just unbearable. Besides getting my big butt into the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Because that's why air conditioning was invented, so we don't have to deal with that shit outside.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing. But that's what I moved to.
I hear that. Well, cool. Mark, sir, how do you beat the heat in that Arizona sun?
Shit, honestly, I'm probably not drinking a whole lot.
No, yeah, that's.
It depends if I got baby girl Brooklyn here, we're probably doing some snow cones. On occasion, I might do a pina colada.
Okay.
Which will kind of be heavy on the rum,
but you know, as one does,
and a little bit of vodka in there. I do a little bit of vodka and rum in that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but even both of those will still be 80 proof, give or take. You know.
What else is in a pina colada? I don't really have, because normally if I'm doing like those kinds of drinks, it's going to be a margarita for me, or like a Long Island iced tea or something. Pina colada? What else is in a pina colada?
Depends if you do like a premix, but coconut, heavy coconut milk, coconut water, ice generally.
Rum.
You could have rum, of course.
Sweet and sour mix.
I don't really do a sweet and sour. I'll do a pina colada mix on occasion if it's not heavy with corn fruit, that fructose, high fructose corn syrup. But yeah. But and I'll usually I'll usually do like a coconut water, but I'll do the coconut water with pulp. So it'll be
nice.
Generally a mix. I always add coconut water.
So you're sprucing it up.
Okay. Yeah. And definitely rum and probably a little splash of vodka.
What kind of rum do you like to use for that?
So generally for me, if it's a pina colada, it's a rum that's not super sweet. But then again, I'm not I often say I like my rums to taste like rum. I don't like my rum to taste like bumbu. I have to say that to folks. Because bumbu that's just banana now later. Yeah.
No.
But generally, I'm not using a high end rum. Generally, it'll be probably Bacardi White. Something along those lines. Nothing.
So you use a light rum for that?
Generally, yeah. Generally,
okay.
Yeah. Unless we've been sipping and then we make it, then
then you're going to mix it up a little bit, huh? Yeah, see, I might do like a dark and stormy is where I would probably go for my summer drink.
If I'm already sipping it, who knows what the hell will go in there? But
yeah, because I mean that sounds good, but like I know myself, like I want to keep it simple. Like we're talking 2-3 ingredients and we're ready to go, kind of thing. And rather than if I was gonna make something fancy for a bunch of people, then I might get more complicated with it. But which again is not something I do often, but I can. But yeah, like dark and stormy, is it ginger beer and dark rum? Like super simple.
Yeah, generally, like I said, my when I do a pina colada, like I'm not big mixed drink person. On occasion I might do a mojito, but generally for me, if I'm doing something that's kind of that hot day and I want something, and I probably would go, like I said, a pina colada. And it's generally only 2 or 3 ingredients for me. Like I said, it's usually coconut water with the pulp. Sometimes I'll use a mixture, a premix, but again, I don't like those premixes that are full of corn syrup because they're just way too sweet.
Yeah,
and I'll get enough
like
sugar from everywhere else.
guaranteed hangover.
You throw any pineapple juice in yours? Because I like mine with a touch of pineapple to it.
Sometime, like I've gotten into a kick in that lately. I don't know if I said kick, but I've been drinking a lot of pineapple and ginger juice. But I make it myself, 100%. I make it myself.
Okay.
So just pineapple. I'll cut an apple up. So do pineapple.
Yeah, I like pineapple a
lot. And I'll do like 1, maybe 2 apples, depending on how much I make, and just water, and that's it. Oh, and ginger.
Okay.
And so sweet with that little ginger spice kick to it. Perfect. Okay. Now, since I've been doing that, I might try pina colada again with real pineapple, because I don't, those little cans, and I can't stand those things. They're either way too sweet or they're too tart. Neither one of which to me tastes like pineapple. Like those little Dole in a can.
Yeah,
they're terrible to me. Yeah. I've never been a fan of them. I know people love them, but
I'm sorry. Get me back on track. What do you do instead? Instead of the little can shit.
If I'm going to do it, I'm just going to use a real pineapple.
Oh, okay.
Just real, like
cut up an actual pineapple.
You can do that.
Okay. I feel that.
Oh, I can't. Don't can. I don't like.
Oh, those things are terrible.
Yeah, I don't like those. If I'm going to have pineapple juice here, other than taking the pineapple apart to do that, is Donald Duck pineapple juice, 100% pineapple juice.
Okay,
much better.
I've had those. I can't remember liking them or not, but I have had those before.
Yeah, that's what I normally have. I usually have one in the cupboard or one in the refrigerator chilling down because I love pineapple juice. And yeah, I agree with you that those Dole minis, no.
Those things are terrible.
Nice. Another thing I was going to suggest, and I actually had this. Was it the last time? One of the last times I was actually over at Jody's, of all places, for a liqueur to make an appearance. It was called Howlerhead, and it's like a banana something or other liqueur. If you have that like chilled, I swear to God, it tastes like a banana split, like just a liquid banana split in a bottle. Like by itself, you're good. You can probably do cool shit with it if you get fancy or whatever with the recipes. Right. But like just by itself, like, hey, you know what? This is actually not bad at all. If you want something lighter, you could do that.
Banana daiquiri or something, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I was quite surprised. I was like, that really, because normally I hear liqueur and I'm like, whatever. But like it was actually pretty damn decent for what it was. So, but yeah, that's me. Yeah, Dark and Stormies and probably that Howlerhead thing. So, and lower proof, and I tend to lean towards rum too, especially in the summer months, because I like more of those. I like the more sweet flavors, and just to sip on and enjoy, especially in the evening time. I think midday, I probably wouldn't just drink straight liquor.
Yeah. And if I'm at a bar, of course, it would be almost certainly would be old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely not drinking 130 proof.
No, you don't need all that.
It's a pass out waiting to happen.
Yep, that's too much.
Yeah.
Oh, other than that, guys,
what's going on, brothers?
We're just hanging tonight,
beautiful
man.
Day. I've got 9 working days left.
Can you believe this motherfucker?
Man.
I'm happy for him.
Yep.
Magnificent bastard.
All but 2 days of June, the entire month, I'm taking off.
Nice. You got any plans for that, or you just
burning up my vacation, little family trip, take the grandsons down to the scenic railroad again. They really get into that, so we'll be doing that. But other than that, not a damn thing.
Nice.
Sleeping in for a change.
If you like railroads, you should. This would be a bigger trip. Durango, Colorado has like a railroad
I want to do that one.
Museum or something. Mm-hmm. I was there like years and years ago. But then you can also take a train through like the mountain, like through the Rockies, and it will take you to like Silverton or something like
Yes.
that and back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
does take you on. It's
it
the
is worth
Silverton line. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, get
You
it
know,
to
Scranton is also, Scranton is big railroad
Mm-hmm.
town.
Through that,
Scranton,
through that.
Wilkes-Barre, yeah.
Yeah.
The
But this
museum.
That would be
is
close.
this one. They use, if you ever look it up, it's called Cass Scenic Railroad, and these are special built trains, engines that were made to do graded up the side of a mountain. They're
Oh, yeah.
geared locomotives. They're really strange and different.
Huh.
And yeah, they are unique. And this place down there, they rehabilitate the shays. They pick them up from wherever they can find them. And yeah, this will take you up the side of this damn mountain. And it's
That
really
is
pretty
wild.
fascinating.
Yeah, that's cool. We like trains.
That's one of the things we'll probably do. Other than that, probably not much of anything except relax. Kick
Nice.
back and realize that I don't
Just enjoy not
flipping have to get up to crack a dawn anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Hey,
looking forward to.
We just had where I work, we have contracts with like Google and Amazon and Facebook and all these guys. Amazon just came in and did like a security test or analysis or whatever, and like we failed spectacularly where I work. So they've instituted all these rules. We are no longer to have personal possessions of any kind in our work area. Like you have a little desk,
Right, me.
something like that. Like nothing. I had to take all of my crap off. Exactly. We got dudes who've been there for years, have like all these little fun figurines, stuff like that, decorate like their little, their desk and stuff like that. All this shit's got to go because fucking Jeff Bezos said so, basically. Like,
I got something from Mr. Bezos.
I'm like, oh my God, I am so over this shit. Like, how is that dude's, I don't have any myself. This dude's got all these little plastic figurines. How is this dude's plastic figurines a security risk? How is my book that I take to lunch with me a security risk? And I'm sitting here like, what the hell am I doing in this place? I'm over this shit.
Yeah. And that's yeah.
Yeah.
How, what?
So that's what I'm
going to promote internet.
It means I got to start looking for
no figurines. Gotcha.
Yeah. Like no nothing. Like you can't have, like medicine with you or, which I think they're going to get their ass sued because they're going to be someone with like, diabetic or someone's got to take some kind of regular medicine that they've been, barred from, and they fall out at work, and that's gonna go poorly, I think. So, yeah, I'm complaining about my job. Nobody there watches, I hope. So,
hey, do me a favor, keep your fingers crossed. I'm looking to make a move myself. So,
sweet.
I got two things in the wind right now. We'll see. Nice. We'll see.
Well, good luck. Yeah, it's about time for me to put my ear to the ground. I'll have been there a year, day after Memorial Day. That is. So yeah, that's a year under the belt. That's something I can put on the resume that I have at least a year's experience.
Yeah.
Repair tech. So, guess I'm gonna keep.
Have you done any certs yet?
No, like I've started working on one, and like I start and stop. I need to like sit down and just take a practice test and see how bad I fuck it up and figure out like where I need to concentrate. I'm actually doing that later this week. So
remind me, I'll see if I still have, because I used to teach CompTIA. I'll see if I have the some practice exams. I can't remember if I still do.
Okay, yeah, I will 1,000% hit you up, and to quote Jody on that one, I will 1,000% hit you up on that because I'm trying to start just A+, real simple stuff. Like with all the hardware stuff and like the troubleshooting, root cause and out, like I can do all the practical stuff with that stuff, but it's like remember, that this port is for X, Y, and Z. It's like no, I'm not gonna remember that stuff off the top of my head. I'm going to struggle with that stuff. So like, it's more like the networking and security aspects that come in with that. Like not as good with that, but like basics of hardware and troubleshooting, like it's all I do. So I'm all right with it.
Once upon a time, I could help with all that stuff, but yeah, it's.
I'm not pestering you anyway. Like I'm not like. I used to build my life here,
I used to build my own machines back in the day. I've gotten away from that, and so now I rely on my son. He's a programmer, and so I rely on him for his opinion, but I still inject some of the stuff that I know I still remember.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is way back in the day, like with Windows 3.1 or Windows 1. I
Oh,
remember having
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but yeah, my knowledge has steadily decreased over time.
Yeah.
But
So
I can still work
the
my way around the
principles
machine.
remain the same. One of the things
Yeah.
that I've noticed is like a lot of stuff they'll just call it something different, but it's
Yes.
basically the same. Like, what we call, what we used to call RAM is now DIM or RDIM or whatever.
Yeah, RDIMs.
NVDIM when you hook it up to.
Well,
like
how about a
better-
PS2 port? You don't have those anymore.
Yeah.
No.
PS2 keyboard. That used to be the thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Well, USB.
It's
Well,
all
and some other
USB and
things.
Bluetooth now. Yep.
everything's USB now.
But
yeah,
stuff
USB
like
is
that.
cool.
Like there's things that are similar, like,
Mhm.
and that kind of helped me in the early stages of like studying and trying to learn more
Mhm.
about. It was like, well, I remember this stuff from when I was a kid. Back when we were talking about like Windows 3.1 days when we got the the 3.5 floppies or whatever.
Right.
Back in the day, right?
Still got mine.
Yeah, and and go from that. I was like, okay, well, a lot of this is different, but a lot of it does the same thing, and just we call it something different now. But it's serves the same
Yep.
purpose. You can kind of operate thematically that way, which I enjoy. But anyway, like get too in the weeds on that. But like that's just
Hey Dave,
that's where I'm
question
at.
for you, man.
Yeah,
Have you watched the X-Men?
the like 97. I've seen like I think 3 or 4 episodes so far, and
I
like
finally start watching it.
yeah,
Dude,
what do you
I'm
think?
loving it.
Yeah,
Oh,
isn't
dude,
it
I'm loving
wild?
it, man.
I'm going
I'm
like
loving it, man.
I'm like, this is new, right? But it doesn't feel like it's new.
It looks,
Like,
the
from the
music is
opening-
90s.
So on Disney Plus, whatever they released
Okay.
X-Men 97, from the art style to the music to the voice act, like the campy ass voice acting that they
No
did
kidding.
back in
They
the.
got the
The
yellow jumpsuits or
They
not?
got the
Yeah.
suits. They got the whole shit.
Because that's the
the-
X-Men that I remember
Yeah,
back in the
it's
day.
all-
over
there.
exaggerated. We have to
It's-
stop them now.
Yeah, they talk ridiculous, like you were watching an old school
Hey
cartoon.
Gino, it's so cool. I'm sitting there because
Okay.
It is
I'm gonna check
it is
that out.
kind of like it does fuck with your mind a little bit. You're like, are you sure this isn't just
Yeah,
some old
and it's-
season they re-released and I don't remember because it came out 20
But
plus
see,
years ago?
the thing for me was 97. For me was I'm an adult. I'm
Yeah.
an adult. I'm an adult with a baby. So I was like, I wasn't really watching per
It was
se.
just
I mean,
on, yeah.
No.
my X-Men days were years before that in the comic book.
Mine was in comic books. Yeah.
Right, mine
There
too.
we go.
But I remember the show. I just never really sat and watched it. It was like
Mhm.
I think
Okay.
around this time frame, on occasion, my son, when he was like I said, a baby, I try to sit him down, and he was way too young for the comics. When he hit about 10, we had a comic books right up on Fulton and in Silver Spring. We would go up there and buy comic books.
Okay.
But yeah, this is cool because again, like I said, this was just beyond my superhero cartoon days.
Gotcha.
My superhero cartoon days would have been 10, 15, or 15 before that. Watching the
Okay.
Super-
Yeah, no, I
Super
was
Friends,
literally
Justice League.
1997. I was 16, so
Mhm.
so you guys might have a
Yeah.
few.
So you're coming out of it too, though. But yeah,
Yeah,
No
but yeah, I
problem.
was basically kind of at that stage where I was like a little too old for cartoons, but like
Mhm.
I might still watch a couple here and there, kind of thing. But it's like you're at that point where you're trying to act like you're grown, because you're 16.
but it's
And
still
all that dumb shit,
but it's still the X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
for
this is
real.
so cool. I'm sitting now. I think I'm on.
That's kind of more when I got into reading the comic books. I was like, yeah, I've seen the cartoons and stuff like that, but I really want to know. So like what the real lore or whatever is, and that's when I got into mostly Spider-Man and Venom. Those were like the two that I read. the most.
Okay.
But-
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
flipping
See, I
old.
was by that point. I was just like, I'm gonna just hold some, and then I used to have them at my grandmother's. I was like, please keep my comic books, and I had to catch it because she would throw them out sometimes. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I probably have a bunch
Back in
of
the
comic
day,
books somewhere
when
in,
we were
like, a
stationed
storage
over
room.
in Germany, it was a big thing back in the day, and this was like in the early mid 70s. I had a Foot Locker
Mhm.
full of comic books,
Yeah. I know.
and we would go around in the domestic housing area, and we would trade comic books with each other
Mhm.
back in the day. But yeah, it's like, man, I had a hell of a collection. But the problem was, ended up having to give most of them away because of the shipping allowance coming back.
Right.
Give it back to the States. It's like,
Oh yeah. If you
Yeah.
weren't on,
It
if you
was
weren't
worth
on,
trying
if
to
you weren't
take
on the ship, See, Gino, you should have called me.
Yeah.
Gino, you should have called me. I'd have put him in my safe.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, that was the one good thing. One of my collateral duties was I was the Naval Warfare Publications security officer. So
Naval Warfare
see
Publication.
this shelf right here.
What does that mean that you did?
I had 3 safes that were the height of the shelf, but double the depth.
Okay.
And so each safe had a manual and a book on how to do everything on a boat.
Cool.
On a warship.
Okay.
I mean, how to take fuel, how to fly a helicopter, how to land a helicopter. You know, how to do radars,
procedures.
I would geek out so hard on that shit.
Dude, how to talk to. So we were NATO, of course. How to talk to NATO ships, how to talk to Russian ships, how to talk to non-NATO, how to talk to civilian boats. So the thing was, it was never full. So you want to bring something back.
You had room for some other things.
I had room.
This, a little bit
little extra
room. Little shelf in this one.
A couple manuals fell
and and see, the thing was, only 2 people on the whole ship had access to it. Myself and executive officer.
Nice.
Second in command.
Excellent.
No one else did. No one else did. I don't care what security clearance was. Nobody had access but us 2.
Yep.
And the XO was not running around looking at my damn safe. He didn't give a shit.
About
he had better things to do.
Yeah. So it's like it's like coming to David. Like coming to Egypt. Don't bring anything with wood. I bought all kind of wood figurines.
What was the prohibition on that? Explain that.
Because wood could have termites and bugs and
oh, like you would bring it back to the States or something like that, and
you can introduce new
some
bugs
kind of
and diseases, wood is alive, so theoretically something could be inside the wood.
Interesting.
And also, the weirdest thing I bought, and I still have it to this day. It's here somewhere. I don't know. My son probably murdered it now, but I had this blanket, and it's a solid wood blanket. It's about this thick. A solid wool blanket. Folks, why do you have a blanket in Egypt? So you've never been to Egypt at night.
Yeah, no.
And so, and so we would get drunk whenever we pull in on the Red Sea side. We would get, when I told you all about me acquiring those rowboats that time on Morning Slot. We used to stay in these little bungalows, and these bungalows, they weren't heated. So at night they'd be cold as hell, but they give you these big blankets. This blanket was beautiful, so of course I acquired a blanket. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like, you got a blanket from Egypt? How do you have a blanket from Egypt? You've never been.
That's the thing.
Oh, that would be incredible. That would be.
People don't think about that with
hanging out like a tapestry or something,
Yeah, we actually used it, and then once I moved, I know, we used it a lot when we moved. My son was using it, so I don't know where it is now. I wasn't thinking about it after later.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like, you talk about Arizona, where Mark's up by Phoenix, and we were stationed at Fort Huachuca down in Cochise County.
Oh, God bless you.
And hey, loved it there, man. Beautiful freaking weather. God,
nothing there, but yeah.
Not a damn thing there except the very first McDonald's drive-through there in Sierra Vista.
Shit looks like Bugs Bunny Roadrunner and Coyote.
There it is.
Actually, it looks like Wile E. Coyote.
Great place for a bike. Great place for a motorcycle.
One gas station.
In the wintertime, we would actually get snow in Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
But the beautiful thing about
I've been in Arizona when it snowed
is that the damn stuff is gone by about noon.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Snow, man. It would snow overnight. You go out and play with it in the morning, and then it's gone by the afternoon, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But deserts do get flipping cold, man. It does not retain any heat.
But it was, I used to have, I always enjoyed having that safe. The one I'm mad though, I probably should have purchased, and I didn't think about it. I really should have purchased a couple things. Like I used to bring my dad. My dad used to like the Cokes and Pepsis that were written in Arabic. He still has a couple.
Okay.
I'm sure the cans are probably empty now. But I used to bring him like Coke and Pepsi written in Arabic, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I wish I had bought back some Egyptian rum and some French beer. This was before the Euro, before the EU. So French beer used to run like 50. It would run like 50 francs.
Which is what in the US?
50, 60 cents for a liter of beer.
Next to nothing.
Pretty cheap. Okay.
A liter of beer for like 50, 60 cents.
All right.
But and alcohol
Didn't
over there
mind it.
back then, alcohol used to have a version of formaldehyde as a preservative.
Mhm.
So you would get drunk, but it would be an entirely different level of being drunk. Like I
Yeah.
know my guys got pictures of me because I've seen a few pictures and I haven't seen them in probably 30 years. There's pictures of me passed out holding a peace sign. I know I threw up on my
Bad for
buddy's
business, man.
back in line to get food. I did. I don't know what the pictures are, but I know there's pictures of it because I've seen them.
They put fucking like paraformaldehyde or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a variation of it.
The embalming.
They don't use it now after the EU, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's
new
embalming
age,
fluid.
but yeah, but back then, yeah.
It's kind of like a long running concern for people in that industry, and I won't get into why I know all that, but like they would get break-ins. A funeral home might get broken into, and
Oh, that was a big thing in
because
DC
people
in
are trying to
the late
get
80s.
basically the drugs and chemicals and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because people would take like like a joint or something,
Oh, yeah.
and they would dip it in paraformaldehyde.
Yeah, that's
smoke it,
DC.
and
That's DC
get-
style. Is
Yeah.
it? That's a different
get,
conversation. But I always tell
I'm like,
folks, people,
but that shit is like pure cancer. Like it is pure
Yeah.
fucking cancer.
but it's funny. Like people in DC, people don't understand.
Like you don't want to be in the same room as that shit when it's over.
No.
Like,
But like DC during the 80s,
Mhm.
crack had a hard time cracking DC, and kind of a pun intended, but it really did. Like people, you see the TV interviews and all that's BS. By the way, President Bush with crack was fake. All that shit was fake. But crack had a really hard time cracking the DC market.
Yeah, because
Like,
it was too
crack
much
hit
of the
LA
stuff
in
they were
83.
enjoying.
New York was dealing with crack 80-45. Crack didn't really hit DC hard until the 90s.
interesting.
Because the drug addicts, because crack came, it was like you were a crackhead and you got joked about, but it was just PCP. DC's drug of choice is PCP.
Mhm.
And I don't know what it was. I've never smoked either. Hell, I've never smoked weed to this day, but you couldn't,
Boom.
the few times you would see it, it's like, oh shit. Rob, what's up, brother?
Speaking of
What
Rob,
up,
Rob, how's it going, man?
Speaking of
boys
crack
doing?
and formaldehyde and preservatives,
Yeah,
Preservatives, that's it.
that's it.
Hey, I made it.
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
Rob, you
you
shaved. Dude.
where you at, brother? Home?
Yeah. Home talking to a work colleague off the edge. People
It's
getting
better for yours.
people haven't taken advantage of a friend at work. Had to help her out.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So
Is she cute?
dude, I'm disappointed, man. You went back to the goatee. Mm.
it's summertime. We'll get rid of the heat.
Seriously, man.
Like seriously,
That's all. He's on
I-
theme. How do you stay cool? You shave off the beard.
I just cleaned this up yesterday. After a week, I was already like, you could see the gray in here. It won't take me 3 or 4 weeks to grow a full beard back. That's how quick I can grow it here. Up here,
Oh.
not so much.
Yeah, I think we all got the same problem.
We've all got the same problem, man. But hey, embrace the gray, dude. Embrace the gray.
It was good on you. Oh, Rob froze. Oh, well. We'll get him back. But no, the goatee was good on him. There's nothing wrong with that. Molly, chill the fuck.
Oh no, just giving him hell.
This is how my dog
principle.
asks for attention. She sits up here and just looks at me. All right, come on. Anyway, Rob's still frozen. It's a little unsettling. All right, Rob. You look way too happy to be here, man. I don't know. We were just talking about PCP and crack, and you're over there just cheesing. Anyway, I hope we get him back. But yeah, no,
There I am.
There he is.
Okay.
So I'm drinking a little of the Angel's Envy rye, finished in the rum barrels. Oh my god,
Nice.
this shit is incredible.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely incredible. Hold on.
Okay.
Squeaky sound.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So what are we talking about?
So we're talking about, basically how to stay cool and like when you want to drink, and I know we talk about, what do you drink during the summertime versus other times and what have you, but like right now, like what's your flavor basically? Like it's hotter than hell out. Like, maybe you've been out in the sun a little bit, you want to have a drink, but you're not trying to get like, burn yourself out and get dehydrated and everything else. We let this dog out.
I think you guys saw in the chat. I was sitting at Saturday night after doing the yard work. I went and sat at the local cocktail bar, and they made me just some absolutely incredible. I had a bullet rye whiskey sour. It was fantastic. I'm like, I really enjoyed the sour because I like a good whiskey sour. It's got that kind of crisp, lemony, refreshing taste to it.
Okay.
With the bartender said something along this line. Go. He made me this honey whiskey. It was a bourbon sour. So instead of using the simple syrup in the mix with the egg white, he used honey, and holy heck, was it incredible!
So honey instead of simple syrup.
Honey instead of simple syrup. So it had that, you got that bit of a honey feel as it was going down. It was fantastic, and they know how to make a sour, so they use the egg white in it, so it got that nice, thick, creamy froth on the top from shaking it with the egg white. It was fantastic.
Okay.
And then my last drink was a dark and stormy.
Yeah, I was just talking about this earlier.
Right. It doesn't sound like it would be a light drink, but with the ginger beer and the lime juice, and they garnished it with this really nice, beautiful dehydrated lime and the fresh mint. Very, very refreshing. It was an absolutely fantastic drink.
Yeah.
Recommendation.
I want a dark and stormy now. What rum do you like for a dark and stormy?
I like the Bruegel 1888. It makes a great drink.
Yeah, I would think that's a good one.
They actually didn't have that. They used a Mount Gay 8-year.
Okay.
That was really good. I was drinking something the other day.
I guess I noticed with too many of those, not sorry to interrupt you, but like when you order one at a bar, it's usually like made with some rum that's kind of shit.
Myers?
Yeah, like it's usually Myers. Yes, that's it by name. Yes. Yeah, like Myers or something like that. And you're like, it's like, it's okay because it's mixed or whatever. But
not the same.
You wish the base was better, but not like necessarily like high dollar and fancy.
Yeah, I had a bottle. I have a bottle of Appleton Estates 12-year.
Ooh, yes.
The 12 is decent for
delicious.
That. See, I was not a fan.
Oh, I love that one.
Interesting.
I thought it was really, really. I mean, maybe it was just a bad batch, but it was extremely oaky. Like almost undrinkable oaky. Like I needed to mix it with something, and still I got strong oak.
Got a little of that in the last. It's been a number of years since I've had one, but yeah, I've had the Appleton 12, and like there's a little bit of that, but I didn't find it like I don't know.
Yeah,
bad.
not over the top. Yeah. No, but of course I used to have mine on rice or
less sweet, certainly because of that.
And for me, that's when you talk about bourbon, like everyone talks about Pappy 23. I'm not a fan. It is too oaky.
Most of us are not, to be honest.
Yeah.
Most bourbon drinkers are not a fan of Pappy 23.
It's too oaky.
Most.
Yeah.
Even Ascot will say it.
Yep.
Hilarious. 1 second, guys.
Oh man. So Rob, what's up, brother?
Working hard, my friend.
I hear you.
What are we drinking tonight, Rob? What are we drinking tonight?
Angel's Envy rye finish.
Oh,
rye rum.
That's right. You said that a few minutes ago. Damn.
What now?
It's fucking delicious. I love it. I was sipping on it last night too.
Yeah, man.
I was sipping on it last night too. So
sipping on it. I'm sorry, I missed it.
No, you just asked me what I was drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
My
I
feeble
mean,
memory couldn't remember.
I am. I'm about a week away from rolling into heavy camp season.
Oh,
So
Do you get an
tomorrow
off season? Like, what is it slow for you?
Oh, it's slow. Like November, December, January are slow. I've got weekend stuff that happens, but nothing major. So actually, one of the things I was talking with my friend about, I'm like, I rolled over 50 hours of PTO last year. I burned them. Yay me!
Good job.
But I've accumulated another 110 this year.
damn.
I'm like,
Yep.
I know I'll use 50 in August and I'll use 50 in December. And that's just, I'll still have 150, 140 hours left at the end of the year. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where and how I'm going to use it. I'm just going to look at somebody and say, you know what? I don't care what's going on. I'm going away for a week. Call me.
That's what
Call
I'm
me.
doing.
Call me in 7 days, friends, because
that's the thing about vacation. It tends to cause phone service to, get disrupted somehow, and it just doesn't work. Like,
hey Rob, I'll be down Atlanta this weekend, man. If you should pop up, let me know.
No,
I'll definitely make the Sprayberry. All my Sprayberry picks are going away, man. This was another Sprayberry pick, man.
I'm actually going to make my wife. Actually, I'm going to call her tomorrow and tell her to go to the local package store from my daughter-in-law's place and get me a bottle of Frey Ranch.
Okay.
I need to find some of that.
Shit, holla at Charlie, man.
Yeah, where's Charlie at? When's he going to get a microphone and join
Charlie's
us
here. That bastard is here. Yeah, I keep trying to get him on. So we have I think you guys have seen pictures of one of my buddies, Dave. Dave is who I went to Snowflake. We did Snowflake a couple years ago. So
Right.
Dave is doing a whole 180. He's no longer drinking, and he's probably got 100+ bottles. But Dave's 100 bottles are he would have like 10 bottles of, he would have like 20 Eagle Rares, 20 Eagle Rare and Buffalo Trace. Everything else was Pappy, Stag, because he has no fucking kids.
Yeah.
He has no kids. He's not married.
God bless the man.
Rob, his whole house was a man cave. So
that's a beautiful thing.
So he's like, I don't drink anymore. And I'm pissed off.
Selling it all off?
He posted a video the other day of him pouring out. I guess that, again, I'm still not quite fully plugged back in yet. So apparently he must have posted something in one of the Arizona groups. He posted a picture of him pouring out Mick toasted down a fucking drain. Now I already think that's the dumbest shit ever. Like, dude,
that's
out of take. Look, if it's
that is some like Russo pour rage bait.
I will take the rest of that shit. So I didn't see it. So I think Charlie was gonna go over there and
did something happen to him that like I need to
stop drinking? Yeah, he just stopped drinking.
But like why? Like there's usually like when you have 100 bottles in your house and you're like, I'm getting rid of all of this. I'm never gonna drink again.
No, I know
that's a big.
He used to be up and down with his weight. He finally got on his weight stuff. I like I'm gonna stay on this. I'm not drinking. I don't. Yeah, exactly. He lost a lot of weight. And, yeah.
There is such a thing called moderation too.
Yeah.
So, but if you can't drink moderately, like that's the thing. Like we all know people. There's a word for that starts with A. And
but he's who got me my first Frey Ranch because we couldn't get it here, and he used to go to Vegas a lot, and he was plugged into somebody. He was plugged into the like I am with the Atlanta and the Tampa groups and DC groups. He was plugged into the Vegas bourbon in San Fran, and so I had first seen something in passing reference. I was like, "Well, dude, if you can get one, grab one for me." So, because for me, I was like, I'm the only dude in Arizona that got a Frey Ranch. Shit, that goddamn Charlie got about 100 bottles now.
Yeah, hearing you guys talk about that Frey Ranch, I gotta find some of that.
It's pretty good, man. It's
I had a bottle. I drank it.
The first one I had was when they first started. It was just a 4 grain, and it didn't make waves again because they started with a 4 grain.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a heavy bourbon drinker and you don't read labels, and your first pour from something is a 4 grain, you don't like it and you're pissed off because it's not sweet.
Right.
4 grains are not super sweet.
No.
And so initially folks like, oh, I don't like it. It's bullshit. I don't like it. I'm like, you stay your ass over there. I like the shit. And then after the 4 grain drop, then these other things that they have been doing are starting to hit the shelves. And then it's like, oh shit.
They had
and their rise, dude.
That was fantastic.
Their fucking rise, man. God damn, their rise, like shit.
I love a good rye.
Man, they're fucking rise, dude. Hey, Gino, it'll be worth the trip coming here. We just go to Charlie's and let you try all the damn bottles.
There it is. I'm on my way. Wait.
You really don't have an excuse.
Man. I got plenty of time on my hand. Let me see what the airfares are like.
Mark,
I gotta get to Hialeah first, though.
If you come across a bottle of Kazuba again, let me know.
I got you, brother. That shit is good, isn't it, man?
That's delicious, man.
Here's the deal. I still got bottles. So I still have bottles with the Tampa group in Tampa. I swear I do. And my never mind. In Tampa, she still has a Billy Met. She still has a few bottles, and she still has a couple of Glencairns. She probably got the new boyfriend or somebody drinking up my shit.
That hurts just a little bit, huh? Just a little bit.
Honestly, no, because I got all my high end bottles. So she's got like a couple of she's probably got a couple of Eagle Rares, she might have a Blanton's. I can get that again. And a couple of other picks. Most of the ones I wanted to get, I got. But I'm mad though. She's got my Tampa bourbon and whiskey group, Glencairn. I kind of want that. So I don't know. Waldo's probably drinking my Eagle Rare right now.
What Eagle Rare?
Where's Waldo? Drinking my shit.
What Eagle Rare? You know nothing about no Eagle Rare.
Eagle what?
Because I was down there so much. I was in the Florida. I had gotten gold with Florida ABC. And so the way Florida does their picks is once you get to level gold, then once a month they will do what they call open a vault. So you have to get a separate username and password, and then the email will go out, and the email says, "Hey, the vault's open." You log in and you buy whatever you can get on the spot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
God, there are sometimes I really just hate PA.
Yeah, and Virginia's the way.
Hey, come south.
It's too funny.
It's crazy here too, man.
But I did get a friend of mine in Cleveland texted me yesterday. He goes, "Hey, I got an A107. My guy had it. He would only get me one. If you wanted, I'm like, what do you think?" So I got to make a trip to Cleveland this week or early next week. And then he goes, "Hey, I'm really looking for Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel." I said, "Dude, that's like my favorite. And I've got 5 bottles on backup. Let's just do a straight up trade." He's like, "But that's more expensive." I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Let's just do a straight up trade, man. I'm cool."
Okay.
So I got an A107 sitting in Cleveland for me.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I can't remember. I think I might have I was trying to think of what bottles I have down there. I know I have the a little bottle of Glyph. So Glyph is the experimental bourbon. They chemically age the shit. Don't ask me what that means. I don't remember because I don't have a bottle right now.
That's the one that they do the reverse osmosis on.
Yeah, some weird stuff. So I picked up a couple bottles there. One of them wasn't bad. It was really sweet, but it wasn't bad. It was just sweet. I was like, "Damn, this is sweet," but it was wasn't.
So this is one of these like artificially aged things.
Yeah.
They kind of
chemically
not having a great reputation so far.
Yeah, they scientifically, chemically aged the I don't.
Yeah, there's the one out of Cleveland that does that. Aging it in a steel barrel under pressure with stays in the barrel for like 8 months to a year, and it's supposed to make it 4 or 5 years old. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
What does it?
There's one out of California.
Wait, so have you tried this?
The name of that one.
Yeah, so one of the bottles was one I had wasn't bad. It was called Glyph. I remember that one.
I mean, I'd try one, but like I'm skeptical. So.
I mean, like I said, it wasn't. I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying it wasn't bad.
It wasn't
understand the nuance.
Yeah.
Hey Gino, understand the nuance.
Yes,
I'm not saying it was good.
Still Hollow does something similar to that. They use
like it wasn't barrels. Like I didn't feel a need. Like what the fuck is this?
Yeah, Still Hollow. It's an independent brew or a distillery here that's semi-local to where I'm at, about an hour or so away. They do something similar. They use smaller barrels to age, and because it's a smaller barrel, it ages quicker. And I'm like, it doesn't.
All that. Yeah, right.
And then what's the one
that's the tail they spin. And actually, they try to do a bourbon. Yeah, no. Actually, their regular straight up moonshine is hell of a lot more tasty than the rest of
McLaughlin. And there's a place here local called McLaughlin.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
The other one I sent,
and they're the same thing. They call it Grandma's rocking chair, and they age it in a 5 or a 10-gallon barrel, and it rocks.
Huh.
To increase the age, to increase the surface space that touches the bourbon to help increase the aging. No.
That's like that ocean, like Jefferson Ocean aged, or like some of these others. They put it on a truck and drive it around America and be like, oh, it's like the
yeah.
I can't remember the Brad Paisley.
I sent Chuck what's the other one that's creative like that? I can't think of the name of it. I sent one to Chuck.
There's one out of California.
It was out of Cali. I can't think of the name. They come to like 350s, and I said I have one or two. And I sent Chuck. Look, I'm looking for it. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I actually look back like
I know it's
over here somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And I sent one to Chuck, but he did a good review on it. I mean, it wasn't bad. Again, same thing. It wasn't. I don't think it was great. It wasn't bad.
It's okay.
It's not gonna catch fire. Well, it could catch. In a bourbon, all it takes is 5 or 6 people to say it's the shit, and it'll go nuts. But I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But I can't think of the name of it right now.
Do you guys have you seen that one dude, Ryan? Bourbon guy.
Oh.
I actually like him. He's so honest, and he does a lot of good cigar and bourbon pairings, cigar and whiskey pairings.
Interesting.
What's he on?
Insta, YouTube.
Okay.
That's that one dude, Ryan.
Okay, I wonder if that's that guy that's hooked up with what the hell is that other kid's name?
He's got a really cool beard. He's got the good big full beard.
Okay,
not the
guy.
Not the Minnick beard. I also like the whiskey gal. She's pretty cool.
Which whiskey gal?
She's just the whiskey gal.
I got a couple of them.
Because there's several of those out there now.
All right, so all you folks watching, these are the real shows that you should be watching about whiskey. We're just drunk, so like, hang on. See, look at that. Somebody just literally just disappeared as I said that. Like, all right, I'm gonna go check out the whiskey gal. Fuck y'all. But no, that's cool though. We are coming up on an hour. So
fuck your hour.
I know. An hour of bullshit and shenanigans. We talked about
Sorry, late, gentlemen.
But yeah, no, I gotta get going. I gotta go. Some things I gotta catch up with.
I'm hungry.
There you go. Yeah, I only had a sandwich earlier when I got home, so I'm ready to eat something else too. But you guys, this was a lot of fun. Again, Gino, congratulations for the near future. When you get to be
Congratulations,
then you won the game.
9 days, brothers. 9 days.
9 days. So he's a
9
free
working days. I'll put it.
And Gino, when you make it out here, I'm going to take you to get a juicy fruit, old fashioned.
Ooh,
what the?
Damn, that sounds good.
Juicy fruit, old fashioned.
Yes, Lord.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You better post a picture of it or some shit because I
have, but goddamn, it's good.
I need a recipe.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what's funny? They've told me, but every time they tell me, I've been drinking.
Yeah.
And so look, Rob, it's a place in the Phoenix City Grill. It's actually a restaurant, but the owner, one of the owners, head chef and part owner, he's a big bourbon guy. So they do a lot of picks and things, but they make their old fashions and they age them in their own barrels.
Ooh,
and this
like
juicy
that.
fruit. Oh my God, dude!
I like that.
Juicy
fruit.
fruit.
Top 3 old fashions in the U.S.
No shit.
I've had old fashions in at least 25 states.
Cool.
No, I ain't that aggressive.
That is saying something. Yeah, I want to know more about that.
Oh yeah.
We can find out what's in it.
Next time, have them write the recipe down.
They may not want to.
Shit, I'm too drunk
See,
to write.
see
By the time
have them write it down. I know.
So what it sounds like is you probably made promises not to share that information. That's what I'm really hearing.
Yeah,
I'm always going to be too drunk.
No.
You're planning to be too drunk to help us out.
No, you know what it is. So real quick, what it is we'll go in there. So a lot of times, like especially if my dad is here, we'll go there, and I'll get short ribs. Short ribs is my favorite meal item there, and it's like, hey, Mark. All right, this month we got this bottle, we got this bottle, we got this bottle. Can I try them? Oh, of course, man, you.
Oh, yeah.
So I've ordered something, and I'm trying 3 or 4. You know, I want a juicy fruit. Okay, what's in that again? And this is after me trying 4 or 5 fucking pours.
Yep, video it next time, brother.
I know, right? I need to. Yeah,
documentation, sir. We need it. If you said it's top 3 old fashions you can get in this country,
top 3 in the U.S.
We want to know.
Straight up.
Okay, even me, we do the recipe stuff so much.
Top 3 in the U.S.
Yes.
So, I don't give a fuck who. Top 3 in the U.S.
All right, viewers,
let's get out of the show.
Yeah, and I'll get out of the show. But seriously, we want this for the future. This is for the people. All right.
Yes.
Anyway, this has been fun. You know, on point as always. But guys, it's been lovely. Rob, I'm glad you were able to catch up with us. Good seeing you as always. Mark and Gino, excellent. Viewers in that, I really appreciate it. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys next week. All right. And
all right, fellas.
be good to yourselves.
Oh, got a drink.